Melissa's crystalline fingers trembled as she approached the final hearing chamber aboard the Galactic Council station. The translucent membranes of her crystallus biology rippled with anxiety, refracting the cold blue light into fractured rainbows across the sterile walls. 200 species, 200 rejections. She clutched the data chip containing her case file, a chronicle of desperation spanning 3 standard years. The Vrex had dismissed her in 14 seconds. The Koroth deliberated for 2 hours before denying her plea. The Xanthari, renowned for their compassion, had at least offered sympathy before stamping her application with the universal symbol for inadmissible her crime. She had witnessed the Obsidian Collective's experiments, the ones that violated every ethical guideline in the known galaxy, the ones that weaponized consciousness itself, turning sentient beings into programmable shells. She had stolen proof, hidden it in quantum-encrypted neural pathways only her species could access, and fled. Now the Collective wanted her back, not for trial. For extraction, Subject Melissa of Crystallus Prime, you may enter, the automated voice announced. The door spiraled open, revealing not the expected council chamber but a small, modest room. A single desk, 2 chairs, and a human. Jack sat with his feet propped on the desk, reviewing her file on a holographic display that looked almost primitive compared to galactic standard technology. He was young, perhaps 30 Earth years, with dark hair that fell across his forehead, and eyes that seemed too tired for his age. His uniform bore the insignia of the newly established Human Asylum Authority. Melissa's hope, already microscopic, contracted further. Humanity had only joined the galactic community 6 Earth months ago. They were considered quaint, underdeveloped, their technology barely qualifying for interstellar status. What could they possibly offer that 200 advanced civilizations could not? Sit down, please, Jack said, his voice surprisingly gentle. The universal translator rendered his words in her native harmonic frequency. She lowered herself into the chair, her crystalline structure clicking softly against the metal frame. Jack swiped through her file, his expression unreadable. So, you saw something you shouldn't have, took something you shouldn't have taken, and now 200 species won't help you because they're all terrified of the Obsidian Collective. That is accurate, Melissa resonated, her voice like wind chimes in a storm. And the Collective has filed extradition requests with every single member of the Council, claiming you stole proprietary research materials. Also accurate. Jack leaned back, the chair creaking. Tell me about the experiments. For 3 years, Melissa had explained this to bureaucrats, adjudicators, and diplomatic officers. Each time, she watched their expressions shift from interest to calculation. The mathematics of politics always won. The Obsidian Collective controlled 17% of the galaxy's tritanium supply. They held patents on faster-than-light communication arrays. They were, simply put, too important to antagonize over one refugee. But something in Jack's eyes, a peculiar intensity, made her try again. They discovered how to isolate the quantum signature of consciousness. She began. Every sentient being has a unique pattern in the quantum foam that underlies reality. The Collective learned to record it, edit it, and rewrite it into biological substrates. Jack's feet came off the desk. He leaned forward. They took prisoners, political dissidents, criminals, species from uncontacted worlds. They would extract their consciousness patterns and implant modified versions, loyalty modules, skill packages. They were creating programmable slaves that retained just enough original personality to pass as authentic. Jack asked quietly, when I escaped, 47,000 documented cases, but the facility I worked at was only one of 12. The room fell silent except for the ambient hum of the station's life support. Melissa waited for the familiar sequence, the sympathetic nod, the regretful sigh, the political explanation. We understand your situation, but our relationship with the Collective... Jack stood abruptly. Friday. Pull up Article 7 of Earth's Asylum Protocols. A small AI materialized, not holographic like galactic standard, but a simple visual interface. Article 7. Any individual providing verifiable evidence of crimes against sentience shall be granted immediate asylum status, regardless of diplomatic consequences. Evidence verification, Jack asked. The quantum-encrypted data in the subject's neural pathways matches all known parameters for authenticity. Confidence level, 99.7%. Jack turned to Melissa. Do you consent to sanctuary under Earth's protection? Melissa's entire crystalline structure froze. It's a simple question, yes or no. But the Collective, they will demand my extradition. They will threaten economic sanctions. Humanity has only just joined the council. You cannot afford. I didn't ask about politics, Jack interrupted. His voice remained gentle, but there was steel beneath it. I asked if you want our help. For the first time in 3 years, Melissa felt something crack inside her, not her crystalline body, but the hardened shell of hopelessness. Yes, she resonated. The sound like Christo bells. Yes, please. Jack tapped his interface. Friday. Grant asylum. Authorization code, Jack 7 and Alpha. Asylum granted. Time elapsed, 7 minutes, 42 seconds. Melissa stared. That's all. Jack smiled, a strange human expression that somehow conveyed warmth. That's all the law requires. The complicated part comes next. What complicated part? Explaining to the Galactic Council why humanity doesn't negotiate with slavers. He grabbed a jacket from the back of his chair. The collective will threaten us. They'll demand your return. They'll probably embargo our trading partners. And why? Because 200 species made a calculation. They weighed your life against their comfort and chose comfort. Jack opened the door. Humanity's still new at this galactic politics thing. We're bad at math when people's lives are in the equation. We tend to carry the ones wrong. He gestured for her to follow. Come on, we've got a transport to Earth leaving in 20 minutes. Fair warning, our planet's gravity is higher than you're used to. Our food will taste strange, and humans are annoyingly curious. They'll want to hear your story. My story, all of it, every detail about the collective's crimes. Humanity might be small, new, and technologically primitive by council standards, but we're very good at one thing, making noise. His smile turned sharp. And we've got excellent lawyers. As Melissa followed Jack through the corridors of the station, passing alien dignitaries who averted their eyes, she understood something fundamental about humanity. They weren't stronger than the collective, they weren't more advanced than the council species, but they were something to 100 civilizations, had forgotten how to be, unreasonable in defense of principle. 7 minutes and 42 seconds. That's all it took for humanity to do what the galaxy's greatest civilizations could not. Sometimes, Melissa thought, the newest voice is the only one still brave enough to speak.